Venus in Sagittarius. Come along on this love adventure with me. Let's explore everything that we can possibly explore today. Let's not worry about tomorrow. We will figure it out when tomorrow gets here. Hey everybody, it is your girl here, genuinely divine, coming at you today with a video all about Venus in Sagittarius. Now, if you're here because you were born between November 23rd through December 22nd, then this may not be the video for you. But if you know where your Venus is placed in your birth chart, then continue to watch the video. For those of you who do not know where your Venus is placed in your birth chart, please check the drop down box below so that you will be able to find your Venus placement and you'll be watching the right video for you. Venus is the way that we love. It is our style of loving. It is our expression of pleasure, creative arts. Everything that is beautiful, that is what Venus represents in our chart. Venus is the goddess of love and beauty. Sagittarius rules the 9th house. The 9th house is the house of adventure, travel, education, higher learning. You know, these are these philosophical people. You know, they're all about religion. You know, these people are very influential. They're very powerful in their nature. They're very adventurous. Being the polar opposite to Gemini, these people sometimes embody some Gemini traits, so they can be extremely changeable from time to time. Venus in Sagittarius love style is adventurous. Venus and Sagittarius people, they tend to really put high emphasis on people who can add value to their life, and value for them is just learning things. They can sit and listen to people talk about things that they don't know about, but it piques their interest. They can listen to them all day. They really like smart people. They really love to be in relationships with people that can teach them something. They want to be with someone that is intelligent, you know, and people who are very educated on religion. It may not be traditional religion, but some form of religion. They like to explore. Venus and Sagittarius people want to explore when it comes to love. You know, they're not always the type of people who want to date the common or the normal person that people would expect them to date. Sagittarius is a foreign sign, you know, so they're the foreigners, you know, so they tend to be the ones who would probably really date outside of their race, or they're gonna date somebody, you know, that's totally opposite of what you would expect, you know, just totally different than they are. And you sometimes people will be confused, like, what do you see in this person? But they see so much in this person. Venus and Sagittarius people in love, sometimes they can be a little bit wild, you know, on the wild side. Of course, they're ruled by the centaurs, so of course they're half man, half beast. But the thing is, we all are, but for Sagittarius people, they really show it in their actions. And with Venus being placed here in Sagittarius, their style of love can be wild, it can be adventurous, it can be just, you know, high spirited. But at the same token, sometimes it's really difficult to get a Venus and Sagittarius person to settle down. You have to be a certain type of person for Venus and Sagittarius person to settle down. Usually they settle down with Geminis because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for someone to explore this world with them. You know, they want someone that wants to have fun, not just to set into some boring routine. You know, they don't want that. They want spontaneity in their relationships, you know? They want adventure, and there's no adventure in routine because you already know what tomorrow holds. Your basic routine. They don't want to know. They want to explore and find out. So Venus and Sagittarius people, a lot of times in relationships, they can be a little bit too explorative, and sometimes they can also explore other genders, of course, in relationships or love relationships. They're not just attracted to one particular thing or one particular gender, because they don't have the mindset of, oh, I have to be attracted to only one type of gender. No, I can do whatever I want. You know, this is a world to be explored, and they would love to have the best of both worlds when it comes to sex, when it comes to travel, you know, when it comes to life in general. They don't want to be placed into a box. You know, they want to be able to live outside of the box. Venus and Sagittarius people can be very passionate when they are in a loving relationship. This is a fire sign, so fire do tend to show and express a lot of passion for whatever it is that they love or whatever it is that they're doing. A lot of times they show a lot of passion. Venus and Sagittarius people, they show themselves as being extremely friendly. They're very friendly people. A lot of times people always want to be around them because they're very optimistic people. So they're the same when it comes to their love relationship. They're extremely optimistic in their relationships. Even when it seems like things are not going to, you know, get any better or whatever, they tend to have an optimistic mind. Because one thing about Venus and Sagittarius people is once they commit, they do commit forever. And their love is like no other love. Now, a lot of times Venus and Sagittarius people opt to be the ultimate bachelors and bachelorettes. A lot of times they don't marry, or they won't marry, because of the simple fact they don't want to be confined. They want to be able to live their life as freely as possible. Now, if they can find the right mate, Gemini, then they will definitely, you know, go ahead and settle down, because they will actually be somewhat on the same page. So Venus and Sagittarius people, to me, they are so amazing when it comes to relationships. Venus and Sagittarius people, they don't like to be in relationships with people who are extremely jealous or people who are extremely needy. They just cannot be bogged down with a needy partner. They want a partner that is their own individual self, and, you know, and they're able to, you know, stand on their own and understand who they are as a person. So Venus and Sagittarius people really need to be with people who understand that life is this huge playground. They just want to have fun. And if you want to have fun, then Venus and Sagittarius is the placement for you. The gifts of Venus and Sagittarius people is their adventurous nature, their philosophical nature. These people are extremely knowledgeable of religion or things that are unheard of, or things that are people don't like to talk about. They're usually very knowledgeable, and they're very deep, you know. They can really give off really deep conversation. They can actually heal people because of their optimism. They're able to help people to see the good in every single thing that they do in their life, you know. Venus and Sagittarius people, they tend to focus on that silver lining, you know, and they don't, like, even when there's a dark cloud, that silver lining is usually what Venus and Sagittarius people tend to focus on, and they can share that with others and help them to become a better person. So that is your gift, Sagittarius, Venus and Sagittarius people. When it comes to money with Venus and Sagittarius people, not so good, because Venus and Sagittarius people, you know, Sagittarius they're exploring, they're traveling, they're moving, they're having fun. So they want freedom, and they want freedom with spending their money also. So this is a freedom loving sign. So they're not going to be restrictive when it comes to spending their money. They're going to spend it. They're going to gamble possibly. You know, they're just going to enjoy the moment when it comes to spending their money. So a lot of times Venus and Sagittarius may not have a huge savings, but they usually attract money into their life because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. These people tend to be extremely lucky in love as well as life. This is my take on Venus and Sagittarius. Until the next time, you guys, I wish you so much love, peace, and many wonderful, wonderful blessings. Bye.
You're a rebel, get into trouble. You're kind of like a fire,